Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to the series on emotional processing, on the emotions, whatever. We're talking about emotions and letting them go in this series, and this is the final episode. Here I'll be talking about jealousy, and jealousy is not quite the same as all the other emotions that I talked about before. Jealousy is a social emotion, it's not a basic emotion, and yeah, let's talk about this in a little bit more detail. I do think it's important to talk about jealousy because, especially in the age of social media, it is, we are exposed to so much content. We are exposed to so much information and to so many lifestyle bloggers and influencers and people like that. I specifically want to mention right now that I'm going to talk about the type of jealousy when you are not in personal relationships, but in regard to something that you might see online, something that someone else has, something that you would like to have, or something like that. Whenever you look at something, at someone's lifestyle and someone's content, and you are feeling that stinging feeling of jealousy, let's talk about it. So we might demonize jealousy because a lot of people were taught, in their childhood that jealousy is a negative emotion, that it's bad to feel jealous. So because of that, because we have that deep-seated belief from, back in the day, from our childhoods, right? Because someone very important said it to us at some point. We, not like nowadays in our adult lives, whenever we feel jealousy, it can be followed up by secondary shame, because we feel like we're not supposed to feel that, and we like shame ourselves for that because we cannot help but feel the jealousy. You cannot just like turn off your emotions and feelings. However, on top of that, we start to feel the shame. Do go back and watch the video on guilt and shame that I made before, and it is going to be really helpful. It has really good exercises about this. So, but here I specifically want to focus on jealousy this time, and actually I want to talk about why it's not a bad emotion at all. It's actually, if anything, a really good emotion. It is complicated because it feels really unpleasant, to experience this. But you have to reframe your mindset about this. You like your mind about this as well, and understand what that actually means and how you can use that to benefit from it. So I feel like it really helps to look at this world and to look at this universe as a whole, and to look at other people as mirrors of ourselves. So everything is a mirror of ourselves. Basically, we see reflections of ourselves in other people, and this is where shadow works come in. This is where a lot of growth can happen if we really allow ourselves to feel these things and to really dig in and see what's underneath, and to see what's hiding behind the surface. So when we look online, when we are online, or we find ourselves in a situation where we see someone living some kind of lifestyle, or having some kind of things, displaying their wealth or their happy relationship or whatever else, especially online, because it is a lot of people's jobs nowadays. So it's kind of important as well to understand that people are presenting the best versions of themselves in their own opinion, and they're not going to be showing you their sad events a lot of the times. So that's also something to keep in mind. However, if you find yourself feeling the jealousy, you have to understand that you feel it for a reason. Not everyone will be triggered by the same content or things. If you're feeling the jealousy, that means one thing and one thing only. It means that you have the potential to have something this person has, whatever job they have, whatever, I don't know, looks they possess, whatever lifestyle they have, or anything else for that matter. And you have the potential to achieve that, but you haven't achieved it yet, and that is okay. Not everyone has exactly the same timeline. Not everything is happening at the same pace for everyone, and that is okay. That's completely normal as well. So a lot of the times we can actually listen to our jealousy closer and understand that if this is what we feel looking at certain things or interacting with certain people, that is an indicator of what we want. A lot of people actually find it really difficult to answer the question, what do you want to do? Like, what do you want to achieve in your life? Is there anything that you would like? And some people feel really lost thinking about these kind of questions, and they do not know what what their calling is, or what they would like to do, or whatever else, right? The feeling of jealousy is actually really helpful when it comes to these kinds of things. It helps to guide you and helps you to understand what it is that you might like to acquire. As simple as that. It doesn't have to be very deep, by the way, but that's an indicator of your desires, of your inner desires. Now, jealousy is not the same as envy. So, of course, if you're feeling like you deserve whatever this other person possesses and that other person does not, that's where we have a problem, because, that's not healthy. And that's also like, seek guidance from a therapist. Envy is kind of evil, which is why it's one of the sins. So yeah, you might want to work on that a little bit harder and start dismantling ideas that other people do not deserve something good that they have. That's not quite how the world works, and I want you to stop thinking in the paradigm of the zero-sum game. This is not how things are in real world, okay? So yes, plenty of resources for everyone, but we don't live in an equal world. That's also important to understand. So resources are not equally as easy to acquire for other people. This is the time you might want to have some self-compassion and speak to yourself kindly. It's important to understand these things, but it's a very unhealthy, unproductive feeling. So yeah, let's get back to jealousy. The only exercise that I recommend you do here is I recommend you write down the things or situations or maybe people that make you feel that nasty feeling of jealousy. Just be as honest with yourself as possible and get as detailed as possible as well. You might want to indicate specific triggers, or you might want to indicate specific situations or whatever else, get really detailed about that, and try to ask yourself why do you why am I triggered by this? Why my jealousy is triggered by this specific person, or seeing these specific things, or seeing these details about this lifestyle or whatever else. A lot of the times you will understand that this is because you would like to acquire these things and have these things for yourself. So the goal here is to be as honest with yourself as possible, and to be able to have this open conversation with yourself, and with your journal, I guess. And what you will see as a result of this exercise is that basically you're gonna have a list of goals, a list of new dreams and new goals to work towards. Basically, you might want to think about how you might want to achieve these things. And another thing is also, it's quite important as well actually, you might want to understand that some of these things that you wrote down are not actually your true wishes. I actually talked about this possibly in my very first video on this channel, and I talk about how not every single goal, dream, and desire that we have is actually coming from deep within. It's not actually truly ours. A lot of things are just marketing schemes, really, or something that was sold to us, by our families, by society, by corporations, whatever else, something that we were manipulated into wanting. But for whatever reason, really doesn't really matter here, but after you identify these things, you might want to ask yourself if this is something that you truly want, or if this is something that you believe you must have in order to look successful in other people's eyes, or feel the sense of achievement, or whatever else, to like feel accomplished or whatever. This is where I want you to think about like what it is that you actually want. Like, do you really believe that these things will make you happy? Do you truly actually want to have this kind of lifestyle? Or what does having this kind of lifestyle mean to you? Like, are you willing to do anything to acquire this kind of lifestyle? Get really detailed about the things that you actually want and the things that you actually don't want to have, because after that you might want to understand that a lot of these things will stop triggering you. They will not feel this jealousy anymore, because you do not actually want any of these things. You might want to have the feeling that you believe these feelings can give you. You might believe that having certain things or having a certain lifestyle can bring you a certain sense of achievement and happiness, or make you look more desirable, more attractive, whatever else. And think about what can you do today in the life that you have right now, with the lifestyle that you have currently, with the income that you have currently, with the situation that you're in currently. What can you do in order to give yourself these feelings? How can you make yourself feel like that without possessing those specific items and being in those specific circumstances? So you learn to like make yourself happy and make yourself feel desirable, joyful, wealthy, whatever it is, without possessing certain objects, without being in those specific circumstances. So yeah, I'm terribly happy with myself, because this is actually really helpful. So yeah, this is a much shorter video, and I hope you like this. I hope you found this useful, and I hope that I hope it will give you the sense of peace and calm, because you will learn how to work with your jealousy instead of running away from it, instead of feeling the tremendous shame on top of that. And of course, go back and rewatch all the other videos that I made on other different emotions, because I have lots of helpful information there, and I also give you lots of really good exercises to like work through all of these emotions in order to let them go, in order to release more energy, to be happier, to focus, to understand yourself better and understand what it is that you want, to give yourself the piece of serenity and peace and the zen and the calm. So I really hope you found this video helpful. I hope that you liked it. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Please leave comments down below. Please let me know what thoughts you have about this. Do you have any other thoughts on jealousy? Or what do you think? Do you have any other tips? Maybe you don't agree with me? Let me know. And I'm so very grateful for you watching this video and for watching this whole series. I worked really hard on this, and this means so much to me, genuinely. So please share this video with whoever you might think might need it, or any other videos that I made on my channel, especially the ones on emotions, because I believe that a lot of people would benefit from learning how to deal with their kind of complicated, more hard emotions. So anyways, thank you guys so very much. I love you all so very much, and thank you for watching this video. I love you, and I will see you in the next one.